Welcome to Coins Vault America. Today we have something truly exciting for every coin collector and history enthusiast. We are diving deep into one of the most sought after and valuable coins in American history, the 1976 USA half dollar, known for its stunning design, its unique place in history, and its potential to be worth big money. If you are a collector or just fascinated by American coinage, this video is for you. Today we will explore every aspect of this coin, from its history, its design, its rarity, and tips on how to identify a valuable piece. So grab your magnifying glass and get ready for an in-depth journey through American numismatics. The 1976 half dollar was minted to commemorate a very special event, the bicentennial of the United States of America, 200 years of history, independence and liberty. To celebrate this milestone, the US Mint created coins with a unique dual date, 1776-1976, instead of the usual single year. This was a first in American coinage history, and it made the bicentennial coins instantly collectible. The half dollar featured a stunning redesign from the traditional Kennedy half dollar. On the obverse side, we still see the iconic profile of John F. Kennedy, the beloved president whose image has graced the half dollar since 1964, but it is the reverse that truly captures attention. The Mint chose a revolutionary design featuring Independence Hall in Philadelphia, a site that witnessed some of the most important moments in American history. The reverse of the bicentennial half dollar is remarkable in its detail and symbolism. Independence Hall is depicted with careful attention to architectural precision. The clock tower stands tall and the windows are finely detailed. This design is considered one of the most intricate in half dollar history, and collectors often marvel at the sharpness of the engraving. The bicentennial coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and for collectors in special proofs at San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver coins are marked with a P or D mint mark on the obverse side just below Kennedy's neck. The San Francisco proof coins have an S mint mark and are highly prized due to their limited production. Understanding the mintage numbers is crucial when assessing value. The 1976 half dollar was produced in large quantities. Millions were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, making them relatively common in circulated condition. However, special mint sets and proof versions are considerably rarer, especially coins that have been preserved in perfect uncirculated condition or graded by professional coin grading services. A rare variety of this coin is the high-grade MS67 to MS70 range. These coins are extremely difficult to find and can command thousands of dollars at auction depending on eye appeal and quality. Collectors should know that the standard circulation half dollar in 1976 is composed of a copper nickel clad, meaning a layer of copper sandwiched between layers of nickel. This composition is typical for post-1971 half dollars after the end of silver content in circulation coins. However, for collectors, there were special 40 silver percent coins minted in San Francisco for proof and uncirculated sets. These silver-clad coins are particularly valuable due to their precious metal content and collectible appeal. Silver coins tend to hold or increase in value over time, making them a smart investment for serious collectors. So how do you identify a valuable 1976 half dollar? Collectors should look for several key factors. First is the condition. Coins in pristine uncirculated condition or professionally graded receive the highest prices. Second is the mint mark. Coins from the San Francisco Mint are more rare and valuable than the common Philadelphia or Denver versions. Third is any unique error or die variety. Some coins may have double strikes off center, misaligned edges, or striking flaws that make them extremely rare and highly sought after by specialized collectors. Finally, provenance can also add value. Coins from famous collections or with verified history often sell for a premium at auctions. Over the years, many collectors have stumbled upon valuable 1976 half dollars in circulation. One story involves a retired teacher in Ohio who discovered a high-grade proof coin in a change jar. This coin later sold at auction for several $1,000s, demonstrating that even ordinary-looking coins can hide incredible value. Other collectors have found silver proof sets tucked away in old coin albums. These sets often fetch high prices due to their limited mintage and historical significance. In recent years, the market for bicentennial coins has shown consistent growth. Collectors and investors are increasingly interested in coins with historical Significance and exceptional condition. The 1976 half dollar fits both criteria, and its value is influenced by rarity, condition, and demand. Among the top selling coins are MS-67 and higher San Francisco proofs, as well as rare error coins. Collectors looking to invest in coins should always research grading standards and track auction prices to understand market trends. If you're looking to add a 1976 half dollar to your collection or sell one, here are some essential tips. Buy from reputable dealers and auction houses to ensure authenticity. Always check the coin's condition and consider having it professionally graded before making a purchase or sale. Keep documentation and provenance when possible. Avoid coins that have been cleaned or altered, as this drastically reduces value. When selling rare coins, consider professional auctions where collectors are actively looking for bicentennial coins. Coin grading can seem complex, but it is essential for understanding a coin's value. The Sheldon scale ranges from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. Uncirculated coins typically fall in the MS-60 to MS-70 range. Coins graded MS-67 or higher are considered exceptional and can command top dollar. Key grading factors include luster, surface preservation, strike quality, and overall eye appeal. Even slight imperfections can affect the grade significantly. This is why professional grading by services such as PCGS or NGC is recommended for high-value coins. The 1976 half dollar is not only valuable, it is a piece of history. It represents 200 years of American independence and a moment when the nation celebrated its founding in a uniquely tangible way. Coins like this allow collectors to hold a piece of history in their hands. Every detail of the design tells a story, from Kennedy's enduring legacy to the iconic Independence Hall. Every element is a tribute to America's past and a reminder of the artistry and precision involved in coin minting. Many collectors are fascinated by the small details on the bicentennial half dollar. Did you know that the clock on Independence Hall shows 4:10 p.m., which is historically accurate to the time the Declaration of Independence was adopted? Some coin enthusiasts also look for doubling on the date or minute. Differences in the clock hands, which can create rare error coins. The coin also represents a unique collaboration between designers and engravers who had to capture a historical landmark in a small space while maintaining artistic balance. These small details are part of what makes this coin so collectible and exciting to study. To maintain the value of your 1976 half dollar, proper storage is essential. Keep coins in protective holders, avoid touching them with bare hands, use cotton gloves, store in a cool, dry environment away from sunlight and humidity. Avoid chemical cleaners, which can damage the surface over time. For valuable silver-proof coins, consider using acid-free envelopes or coin capsules, which prevent tarnishing and scratches. Collectors who take these precautions often find that their coins appreciate in value over decades. Many collectors aim to complete full bicentennial sets, which include the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coins. In these sets often come in original mint packaging and may include certificates of authenticity. These sets are highly prized and can significantly increase in value over time. Collectors who obtain complete sets often enjoy not just the monetary value, but the satisfaction of preserving a unique moment in American history. The 1976 USA half dollar is more than just a coin. It is a gateway to history, a symbol of craftsmanship, and a potential investment for collectors. Its unique design, dual date, and connection to the bicentennial celebration make it one of the most desirable coins in American numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, this coin offers excitement. Remember to always check for mint marks, condition, and unique errors, as these can significantly increase value. Keep exploring coins, study their history, and share your passion with the collecting community. Thank you for joining us at Coins Vault America on this journey through the history and value of the 1976 USA half dollar. Keep collecting, keep studying, and remember, every coin has a story waiting to be discovered. Welcome to Coins Vault America. Today you are about to discover one of the most legendary and mysterious coins in United States history. A coin that many people have spent without knowing its true power. A coin that has turned pocket change into life-changing money. This is the unbelievable story of the 1919 Buffalo nickel, one of the most wanted and valuable American coins ever created. Stay with us because the good news for coin collectors is very real. Some 1919 Buffalo nickels are worth far more than most people imagine, and a few rare examples are worth big money that can shock even experienced collectors. The birth of the Buffalo nickel. The Buffalo nickel was introduced in 1913 as a bold new design for American coinage. It was created to reflect the true spirit of America. Freedom, strength, and the wild frontier. The front of the coin features a powerful Native American portrait, a combination of 3 real Native American chiefs. The reverse shows a massive American buffalo, symbol of strength, survival, and national identity. By 1919, the United States was changing rapidly. World War I had just ended. Industry was booming. But the Buffalo nickel was already showing problems. The design was beautiful but impractical. The date and details wore down quickly. This flaw would later create massive rarity and huge value. Why 1919 is a special year. The 1919 Buffalo nickel was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. Each mint produced coins with unique characteristics, and each version has varieties that collectors hunt aggressively today. Millions were minted, but survival rates in good condition are extremely low. Most were heavily used in everyday commerce. Nickels were workhorse coins. They passed through countless hands, worn in pockets, dropped on hard surfaces, exposed to weather and dirt. Because of this finding, a 1919 Buffalo nickel with strong detail is extremely difficult. 1919 Philadelphia Buffalo nickel value. The Philadelphia mint produced the highest number of 1919 Buffalo nickels, but high mintage does not mean low value. In low grades, heavily worn examples may be worth modest amounts, but once detail improves, the value rises fast. In low grades, heavily worn examples may be worth modest amounts, but once detail improves, the value rises fast. Coins with a visible date, clear horn detail, and sharp Native American features can sell for hundreds. Uncirculated examples can reach into the thousands. And top condition coins have sold for eye-opening prices at major auctions. Collectors pay premiums for strong strikes, full luster, and original surfaces. The Denver Mint version of the 1919 Buffalo nickel is where things get serious. These coins are much scarcer in high grades. Denver strikes are known for weaker details, especially on the buffalo horn. Finding one with a sharp horn is extremely rare. Because of this, even mid-grade examples carry strong value. High-grade pieces can sell for many thousands of dollars. And elite examples are considered trophies in the numismatic world. For collectors, this is one of the key dates that defines a complete Buffalo nickel set. 9.19S Buffalo nickel, a Western treasure. The San Francisco Mint produced fewer 1919 nickels, and quality was often inconsistent. Many coins were weakly struck, making fully detailed examples exceptionally rare. In high grades, the 1919S Buffalo nickel can reach massive values. Collectors compete fiercely for clean examples, driving prices higher every year. The famous 1919 double die variety. Now comes the truly exciting part. The variety that turns an ordinary coin into a jackpot. The 1919 double die obverse Buffalo nickel. This variety shows doubling in the date and lettering created by a misaligned die during the minting process. When authenticated examples appear, they command huge prices. Even in worn condition, they can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. This is the kind of discovery that changes lives, and it still happens today. Why collectors love the 1919 Buffalo nickel. This coin represents everything collectors love: history, art, rarity, mystery. It tells a story of early 20th century America, of a nation transitioning from frontier to modern power. The Buffalo nickel is one of the most iconic designs ever produced, and the 1919 issue sits at the heart of this series. Collectors around the world recognize its importance. Demand continues to rise, supply continues to shrink. This is why prices keep climbing. First check the date, make sure it is clearly 1919, then look for the mint mark. On the reverse below the words 5 cents, no mint mark means Philadelphia, D means Denver, S means San Francisco. Next, examine the buffalo horn. A fully visible horn dramatically increases value. Check the Native American hair braid. More detail means higher grade. Look for doubling on the date or lettering. If you see unusual thickness or shadowing, you may have a rare variety. Never clean the coin. Cleaning destroys value instantly. If you believe your coin may be valuable, get it authenticated by a professional grading service. Over the years, top quality 1919 Buffalo nickels have shattered expectations. High-grade Denver and San Francisco examples have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Double die varieties have reached incredible prices. These auction results prove that this coin is not just hype. It is a true powerhouse in American numismatics. Many 1919 Buffalo nickels are still out there, in old collections, in inherited coin jars, in forgotten drawers. People continue to discover valuable coins every year. The market remains strong, collector interest continues to grow, and historical American coins are more popular than ever. For new collectors, this is an exciting time. For experienced collectors, it is a golden opportunity. We continue our deep journey into the legendary 1919 Buffalo nickel, a coin that refuses to lose its power even after more than 100 years. In this part, we explore advanced collector secrets, market psychology, hidden errors, and real-life stories of people who discovered fortune from this iconic coin. One of the biggest reasons the 1919 Buffalo nickel is so valuable is strike quality. The dies used in 1919 were often overused. This caused weak details, especially on the buffalo horn and tail. Collectors judge these coins harshly. A weak strike lowers value dramatically, but a strong strike multiplies value fast. This is why two coins from the same year can have completely different prices. One may be worth a few dollars, another worth thousands. Among collectors, there is an unofficial rule, the buffalo horn rule. If the horn is flat or missing, value stays low. If the horn is visible, value rises. If the horn is sharp and pointed, value explodes. This single detail can be the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. This is especially true for Denver and San Francisco mint coins. Collectors also study the Native American portrait carefully. The hair braid, the cheekbone, the feathers. Strong detail in these areas means the coin saw less wear and possibly came from a fresh die. Coins with bold facial features are extremely desirable, especially when paired with a sharp buffalo. Fully struck 1919 Buffalo nickels are rare across all mints. This rarity is natural, not created by collectors, but by the minting process itself. Even when new, many coins left the mint with weak details. This means true full strike coins were rare from the start. Over time, circulation destroyed most survivors. This is why population reports show extremely low numbers in high grades. Professional grading changed the Buffalo nickel market forever. Before grading services, many valuable coins were overlooked. Now condition rarity is documented and verified. A certified high-grade 1919 Buffalo nickel can command enormous premiums. Collectors trust slabs, and competition increases prices. If you believe you have a high-quality example, grading is essential. Many collectors unknowingly damage their coins. Cleaning with chemicals, polishing with cloth, scrubbing with brushes. These actions remove original surfaces. Once original luster is gone, it never comes back. Even rare coins lose most of their value when cleaned. The best advice is simple: do nothing until a professional examines the coin. Besides the famous double die, there are other errors collectors hunt. Die cracks, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, weak reverse details. While not all errors bring massive value, some combinations can create rare collectibles. Error Buffalo nickels are a specialized market, and prices depend heavily on visual appeal. Every year, collectors share incredible discovery stories. A man finds a 1919 D Buffalo nickel in his grandfather's cigar box. A woman discovers a double die while sorting inherited coins. A flea market purchase turns into a 5-figure auction result. These stories keep collectors searching because they prove rare coins are still out there. Many collectors now view Buffalo nickels as long-term investments. They are finite, historic, and widely recognized. The 1919 issues are especially strong because they combine age and rarity. As more collectors enter the market, supply tightens. Prices rise naturally. This trend has remained consistent for decades. The Buffalo nickel is pure American symbolism, native heritage, wild frontier, national strength. Few coins tell a story so clearly. Even non-collectors recognize the design. This crossover appeal protects value. Experts believe top quality examples will continue rising, especially Denver and San Francisco mint coins. Double die varieties remain elite targets, often locked away in private collections. As older collections come to market, competition intensifies. This creates opportunity and excitement. Learn before buying. Study details, compare certified examples, avoid cleaned coins. Patience is the key to success. The right coin is always worth waiting for. The 1919 Buffalo nickel is not just old, it is powerful. It connects the past to the present. If you are holding one, you are holding history. If you are searching, stay hopeful, because the next legendary discovery could happen at any moment. Thank you for staying with Coins Vault America, where history meets value, and every coin has a story. Welcome back, collectors and history lovers, to Coins Vault America, the channel where hidden treasure meets American history today. We bring you exciting good news that could change the way you look at your pocket change forever. Many people believe valuable coins must be ancient, but that is not always true. Some modern coins are worth life-changing money, and today we focus on the most wanted $1 coin from the year 2001, a coin that looks ordinary but in rare cases is worth big money if you are a collector or someone who loves the thrill of discovery. This video is made for you. The $1 coin story. The $1 coin has a deep place in American history. It represents strength, unity, and progress. By 2001, the United States Mint was producing several types of dollar coins. And progress. By 2001, the United States Mint was producing several types of dollar coins, including the famous Sacagawea dollar introduced in the year 2000. This golden-colored coin quickly became popular because of its unique look and historical design. Many people spent these coins without a second thought, not knowing that some rare versions would become highly valuable. The year 2001 is extremely important for collectors because it includes low mintage coins, rare mint errors, and special varieties that were never meant to leave the mint in perfect condition. These coins entered circulation and most were spent lost or damaged. Only a few survived in top condition, making them highly desirable today. The main star of this story is the 2001 Sacagawea $1 coin. It features Sacagawea, the Shoshone guide who helped Lewis and Clark on their historic journey. The obverse shows her portrait with her infant son Jean-Baptiste, while the reverse displays a soaring eagle symbolizing freedom and strength. Most people do not realize that different mint facilities produce these coins, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint created coins with slightly different characteristics, and some of those differences are what makes certain coins worth big money today. Mint marks are small letters that tell where a coin was made. For the 2001 $1 coin, you may find no mint mark meaning Philadelphia, or a D for Denver, or an S for San Francisco. Collectors search carefully because certain mint marks paired with rare conditions can multiply the value dramatically. One of the biggest reasons a coin becomes valuable is low mintage. In 2001, fewer Sacagawea dollars were produced compared to previous years because public demand dropped. This means fewer coins exist today and fewer still remain in high-grade condition. Collectors pay premium prices for coins that are hard to find. Now we enter the most exciting part: mint errors. These are mistakes made during the coin production process, and they can turn a $1 coin into a treasure worth thousands. Some of the most valuable 2001 $1 errors include off-center strikes where the design appears twice, missing edge lettering errors, planche errors where the coin blank is defective, wrong metal composition errors. These error coins are extremely rare and collectors will compete fiercely to own one. Many collectors remember the famous Cheerios dollar promotion around the year 2000. Some early Sacagawea dollars were placed inside cereal boxes. A small number of these had a unique reverse with enhanced tail feathers on the eagle, while most Cheerios dollars are dated 2000. Some transitional examples linked to early 2001 production have been discovered, making them incredibly valuable. Coin condition plays a massive role in value. A circulated 2001 $1 coin may only be worth face value, but an uncirculated coin graded MS67 or higher can be worth hundreds, even thousands, especially when combined with rare errors. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC authenticate and grade coins. Collectors trust these grades and pay top prices for certified examples. Some 2001 $1 coins have sold for astonishing amounts at auction depending on rarity and condition. High-grade uncirculated coins can reach several $100s. Rare mint error examples have sold for thousands. Unique varieties known to only a handful of collectors can exceed $10,000. If you have a 2001 $1 coin, do not spend it yet. Hold the coin by the edges, check the date and mint mark. Look for unusual features, doubling or misalignment. Check the color weight and edge. Compare it with verified images online. If you believe you have something special, send it for professional grading. The value of 2001 $1 coins continues to rise as more collectors enter the hobby and fewer high-quality examples remain available. Experts believe prices will continue to climb, especially for error coins and top-graded specimens. This makes now the perfect time to search your collection drawers and old jars of coins. Collectors love this coin because it represents a turning point in modern US coinage. It combines history, innovation, and rarity. The Sacagawea dollar marked a new era, and the 2001 issues capture that moment perfectly. Good news! for coin collectors. The best part is that these coins are still out there, many remain undiscovered in collections and old rolls. Unlike ancient coins, you do not need to dig in the ground, your treasure may already be in your home. Coins Vault. America believes knowledge is power, and today you gained powerful knowledge that could lead to an incredible discovery. Not all old coins are valuable, not all golden colored dollars are rare. Condition matters more than age. Errors are more valuable than normal strikes. Understanding these facts helps you avoid disappointment and focus on real opportunities. The 2001 $1 coin is proof that big money can hide in plain sight. Collectors who educate themselves and stay patient are rewarded over time. Keep learning, keep searching, and never underestimate the power of a single coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most wanted American coins, be sure to support Coins Vault America, where we uncover hidden value and real collector stories every week. Like this video, subscribe to Coins Vault America, share with fellow collectors. Comment below if you have found a rare dollar coin. Your next coin could change your life. Thank you for watching Coins Vault America. Today, we are diving deeper than ever before into the 2001 United States $1 coin. A coin that many people overlooked, yet contains some of the most valuable modern errors and rare varieties in American numismatic history. This video will be a full deep dive into why this coin matters, rare types and mint errors, how to find them, real-world sale values, and what collectors should be looking for in 2026. Most people think coins have to be centuries old to be worth money, but that's not true. Modern coins, especially those from the later 20th and early 21st century, can be extremely valuable when they contain rare errors or low mintage numbers. The 2001 $1 coin, primarily the Sacagawea dollar, is a perfect example. At first glance, it looks ordinary. You might even have dozens in a jar at home, but certain versions are now fetching thousands of dollars in auctions because collectors demand them. The Sacagawea dollar was introduced in 2000 to replace previous dollar coins which weren't widely used because they were large, heavy, and unpopular. The Sacagawea design featured a golden color and a beautiful depiction of Sacagawea and her infant son Jean-Baptiste. It was meant to re-energize interest in American coinage. Although millions were made, millions were spent and circulated, meaning many ended up mixed with pocket change. This widespread circulation made it possible for rare variations to survive undiscovered for years. For the 2001 dollar coin, you may find different mint marks. No mint mark, Chasseur, Philadelphia. D, Astacher, Denver. S, Chasseur, San Francisco. Each facility produced slightly different coins and, more importantly, different quantities. The 2001 S, San Francisco dollar coins, especially in business strike proof-like finishes, have very low survivorship, making them extremely sought after by collectors. Now let's get into the exciting part. Rare versions that can be worth big money. These include 2001 Sacagawea dollar S. Proof-like. These coins weren't meant for circulation and were made in much smaller numbers. Proof-like and deep mirror finishes massively increased collector demand. Remember the famous Cheerios dollar, the promotion when Sacagawea dollars appeared inside Cheerios boxes. These became extremely collectible because they were early production, and some had slightly different eagle tails or dye polish marks. Some transitional pieces around late 2000 and early 2001 show overlaps of production, and these transitional coins are now among the most valuable modern US coins because very few survived. Let's talk about actual auction results and collector sales. In recent years, the 2001 S proof-like Sacagawea dollar graded MS69 or MS70 can fetch several $1,000s. Rare era coins like double strikes or extreme off-center strikes have sold for 5 figures or more. High-grade MS67 to MS68 regular 2001 dollars can still be worth hundreds of dollars. Where history, mystery, and fortune come together today, we bring you incredible good news for coin collectors and history lovers as we explore one of the most wanted and valuable American coins, the 1928 quarter dollar, a coin that many people overlook, but which can be worth big money and change lives. This old USA quarter dollar comes from a powerful era in American history when the nation was growing, rebuilding, and shaping its future. The 1928 quarter dollar belongs to the Standing Liberty Quarter Series, one of the most beautiful and artistic coin designs ever produced in the United States. This coin represents freedom, strength, and hope, and it was designed during a time when America wanted its money to reflect national pride. The obverse side shows Lady Liberty standing boldly, holding a shield and an olive branch, symbolizing peace and protection, while the reverse side displays a powerful eagle in Flight representing American strength and independence collectors around the world admire this design, and that admiration alone already increases its value. But the real reason the 1928 quarter dollar is so special is rarity condition, mint marks, and historical importance. The 1928 Standing Liberty quarter was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. And each mint has its own story. The Philadelphia Mint produced the highest number but high quality examples. Are surprisingly rare because these coins were heavily circulated during their time. Many were used daily for decades, which caused heavy wear, especially on the date, which is why collectors today struggle to find clear, readable dates on original coins. This makes any well-preserved 1928 quarter extremely valuable. The Denver Mint produced fewer coins marked with a small D on the reverse, and these are harder to find in good condition San Francisco Mint coins marked with an S are even more desirable, especially in higher grades when it comes to value condition, is everything a worn 1928 quarter may still be worth more than face value, but a coin in fine condition can already reach hundreds of dollars. As we move into very fine and extremely fine grades, prices can jump into the thousands. And if you're lucky enough to own an uncirculated 1928 Standing Liberty quarter, the value can explode, reaching tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Some record-breaking examples graded by top grading companies have sold for astonishing prices, shocking even experienced collectors. What makes this coin even more exciting is that many people still have these quarters hidden in old boxes, drawers, family collections, and inherited coin albums without knowing their true worth. This is why the 1928 quarter dollar is often called a sleeping treasure. One good find can bring life-changing money, especially if the coin has most important factors collectors look for, because it indicates a strong strike and limited wear, and coins with this feature are extremely rare and valuable. Even more good news for collectors is that demand for classic US coins continues to grow worldwide. Investors and collectors see these coins as safe historical assets, which means prices continue to rise over time. Auction houses report increasing interest from new collectors, young investors, and international buyers who want to own a piece of American history. The 1928 quarter dollar stands out because it combines beauty, rarity, and historical significance in one small silver coin made of 90% silver. It also benefits from rising silver prices, adding another layer of value. This coin witnessed the final years before the Great Depression, making it a silent witness to one of the most dramatic periods in US history. Owning such a coin is like holding history in your hand. If you think you may have a 1928 quarter dollar, the first step is to never clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy value instantly. Instead, examine the date, mint mark, and overall condition using proper lighting. If the coin looks promising, professional grading is strongly recommended because an official grade can multiply its value. Collectors should also be cautious of counterfeits and altered dates which exist in the market. Always rely on. Most exciting part is that even today, new discoveries are being made. Estate sales, flea markets, and old family collections still produce rare 1928 quarters that surprise everyone. These real-life treasure stories keep collectors motivated and hopeful, reminding us that valuable coins are not only found in museums, but sometimes right at home. This is why the 1928 Standing Liberty quarter dollar remains one of the most wanted American coins ever. Produced a symbol of opportunity, history, and hidden wealth for coin collectors around the world. If you enjoy learning about rare and valuable US coins, this channel is your home, where we uncover secrets, share good news, and guide collectors towards smart discoveries. Keep searching, keep learning, and you might be holding a fortune without even knowing it. As we go deeper into the story of the 1928 quarter dollar, we begin to understand why seasoned collectors call this coin a silent giant of American numismatics. During the late 1920s, the United States was experiencing economic growth, technological change, and cultural transformation, and coins from this era circulated through the hands of everyday Americans. Farmers, factory workers, shop owners, and travelers. Each 1928 quarter tells a story of commerce, struggle, and hope. Many of these coins were spent without a second thought, which is why surviving examples in strong condition are now incredibly scarce. Rarity is not only about mintage numbers, but about survival, and the survival rate of high-quality 1928 quarters is extremely low. This is one reason auction prices continue to climb year after year. Collectors often compete aggressively when a premium example appears on the market. pushing prices to record levels another. Important detail collectors should know is the importance of strike quality during the production of Standing Liberty quarters. The date was placed on a high point of the design, which caused it to wear down quickly. This design flaw makes fully visible dates, especially on the 1928 issue, much harder to find than later quarters. This challenge increases demand and makes clear date examples far more valuable than most people realize when evaluating a 1928. People realize when evaluating a 1928 quarter, experts carefully study Liberty head shield rivets, gown folds, and the eagle feathers. Strong details in these areas can mean the difference between a coin worth a few $100s and one worth several $1,000s. The holy grail for collectors is a 1928 quarter with full head designation. This means Liberty head shows all details, clearly including hairline separation and helmet definition. Coins with this feature are rare treasures and highly sought after by elite collectors worldwide. Even mid-grade full-head examples can command impressive prices, and top-condition examples can break auction records. The excitement around these coins is not limited to professional collectors. Everyday people continue to discover valuable quarters in unexpected places. Old piggy banks, inherited coin jars, antique shops, and estate sales. Many families unknowingly pass down rare coins through generations, unaware of their significance. This is why education is powerful. The more you know, the better your chances of recognizing hidden value. The 1928 quarter dollar is a perfect example of how knowledge can turn a simple silver coin into a major financial opportunity. Another factor driving value is the historical artistry of the Standing Liberty design. Many collectors consider it one of the most beautiful American coins ever created. By sculptor Herman McNeil, the design reflects classical influence combined with American symbolism, and this artistic appeal attracts not only coin collectors but also art lovers and historians. When beauty, rarity, and history combine, values rise naturally and consistently. This long-term upward trend makes the 1928 quarter a strong candidate for both collectors and investors. Experts often advise collectors to focus on quality rather than quantity, owning one high grade. Rare quarter can be more rewarding than owning dozens of common coins. As global interest in American numismatics grows, international buyers from Europe, Asia, and the Middle East actively pursue key date US coins, adding pressure to supply and pushing prices higher. The 1928 quarter benefits directly from this global demand, especially since it represents a key year within the Standing Liberty series. Many collectors aim to complete full sets, and the 1928 issue is essential for any serious collection, which further increases competition and value. If you are building a collection, patience, research, and careful buying are essential. Always compare auction results, study grading standards, and avoid deals that seem too good to be true. Genuine rare coins retain value, while mistakes can be costly. This channel exists to help guide collectors toward informed decisions and exciting discoveries. The good news is that the story of the 1928 quarter dollar is still being written. New finds continue to surface and market values continue to evolve, making this coin one of the most exciting pieces in American coin history. Stay curious, stay alert, and keep checking your coins, because the next great discovery could be waiting right in your hands. Welcome friends, today we are traveling back in time to one of the most exciting and legendary chapters in American coin history. A story that has changed the lives of collectors, treasure hunters, and everyday people who never imagined that a small silver dime could be worth big money. This is the incredible story of the USA Old One Dime from 1916, a coin that has become one of the most wanted and valuable coins in American history and a symbol of hope for collectors all around the world. Imagine holding a tiny coin in your hand, something that once bought a newspaper or a loaf of bread, and discovering that it could now be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is not a fantasy. This is the reality of the 1916 one dime, especially the famous Mercury dime, also known as the Winged Liberty head dime. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we must first understand the time in which it was born. The year 1916 was a turning point for the United States. The country was on the edge of great change. Industry was growing, cities were expanding, and America was preparing to step onto the world stage during World War I. It was also a year of artistic transformation for us coinage. Before 1916, American dimes looked simple and outdated, but the US Mint wanted something new, something bold. something that represented freedom, strength, and progress. So they introduced a brand new design created by sculptor Adolf A. Weinmann. This design featured Liberty wearing a winged cap symbolizing freedom of thought. Many people later mistook this image for the Roman god Mercury, and that is how the coin earned its famous nickname, the Mercury dime. From the very first moment this coin entered circulation, it stood out. The design was beautiful, detailed, and full of meaning. On the front, Liberty looks calm, confident, and hopeful, while on the back, a fasces and olive branch represents strength and peace, combined a powerful message for a nation moving into an uncertain future. But what truly makes the 1916 one dime legendary is not just its design, it is its rarity, especially the most famous version of all, the 1916 D Mercury dime. In 1916, dimes were produced at 3 mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of dimes, and the San Francisco Mint also made a decent number. But the Denver Mint produced only a very small quantity of Mercury dimes that year. Only 264,000 pieces were struck in Denver before production stopped forever. People did not notice the small mint mark on the back of the coin near the bottom, but today that tiny letter D can mean the difference between a common coin and a life-changing discovery. Over the decades, most of these dimes were lost, worn down, or melted. Surviving examples, especially those in good condition, are incredibly rare and highly valuable. Even a heavily worn 1916 D Mercury dime can be worth thousands of dollars, and coins in better condition can sell for tens of thousands. In mint state condition, with full details and original luster, this coin has sold at major auctions for over $200,000, making it one of the most expensive dimes ever sold. This is why collectors around the world dream of finding a 1916 one dime, especially the Denver Mint version. It is known as the Holy Grail of Mercury dimes and one of the most wanted coins in American history. But the good news for collectors does not end there. Even other 1916 Mercury dimes from Philadelphia and San Francisco can still be valuable depending on condition, silver content, and eye appeal. These coins are made of 90% silver, which already gives them intrinsic value beyond face value. Many collectors today search through old collections inherited from grandparents, old jars of coins, and forgotten boxes in hopes of discovering one of these historic dimes. Sometimes these coins are found in the most unexpected places, proving that treasure can still be hiding in plain sight. One of the reasons this coin is so beloved is because it represents a perfect storm of beauty, history, and rarity. It was created during a pivotal moment in American history, designed by one of the greatest coin artists, and produced in extremely limited numbers at one mint. This combination is what drives demand and value higher year after year. For new collectors, the 1916 one dime is often the coin that sparks a lifelong passion for numismatics. It teaches the importance of looking closely, understanding mint marks, and appreciating history behind everyday objects. Experienced collectors know that authentication is critical because due to its high value, the 1916 D Mercury dime is one of the most counterfeited coins in the world. Many fake coins are made by altering the mint mark on a common 1944 dime, which is why professional grading and certification is essential before buying or selling. If you ever believe you have found one of these dimes, the first step is to handle it carefully. Do not clean it, do not polish it, and do not attempt to improve its appearance. Cleaning can destroy its value. Instead, place it in a protective holder and have it examined by a trusted coin dealer or grading service. If you ever believe you have found one of these dimes, the first step is to handle it carefully. Do not clean it, do not polish it, and do not attempt to improve its appearance. Cleaning can destroy its value. Instead, place it in a protective holder and have it examined by a trusted coin dealer or grading service. The market for rare American coins continues to grow as more people turn to tangible assets like silver and collectibles. Coins like the 1916 Mercury dime benefit from both historical significance and precious metal value, making them highly desirable in uncertain economic times. This is why many experts believe that top quality examples of this coin may continue to rise in value in the future, especially as fewer high-grade specimens remain available. Collectors compete fiercely whenever one appears at auction, driving prices higher and higher. For collectors around the world, this coin represents hope, excitement, and the thrill of discovery. It reminds us that history is not just found in museums, but can be held in the palm of your hand. The 1916 one dime is more than just money. It is a piece of American heritage, a symbol of freedom, artistry, and rarity. And for those lucky enough to own one, it is also a powerful investment. As you go through your own collection or search flea markets, estate sales, and old family belongings, remember to always check your dimes. Look for the year 1916. And look closely for that small mint mark because you never know when a simple coin could turn into a life-changing treasure. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel where we uncover the most valuable and fascinating coins in American history. Stay tuned for more rare coin stories, big money finds, and good news for collectors around the world. Coin collectors use grading to measure wear detail and overall appearance. A 1916 Mercury dime that is heavily worn with smooth surfaces and faded details is still valuable because of its rarity, but one that still shows clear lines in the hair, sharp wings on the cap, and strong details on the reverse can be worth many times more. Some of the most valuable examples are known as full bounce dimes. This term refers to the horizontal bands on the fascias on the back of the coin. When these bands are fully separated and sharp, it means the coin was struck with exceptional quality. Finding a 1916 dime with full bands, especially from the Denver Mint, is extremely rare and highly prized. Stories from collectors show how powerful this coin can be. Some people bought collections decades ago for small amounts, never realizing what they owned, only later discovering that a single dime in the group was worth more than the entire purchase price. Others inherited coins from relatives who lived through the early 20th century and kept them as simple savings. There are even stories of people finding valuable Mercury dimes in old bankrolls or mixed silver lots bought for melt value. These discoveries fuel the excitement and keep collectors searching every day. Another reason the 1916 Mercury dime is so famous is its role in completing a full set for collectors. Anyone who tries to assemble a complete Mercury dime collection from 1916 to 1945 quickly learns that the 19 Trucia. 16D is the key coin. Without it, the set feels incomplete, and with it, the set becomes something truly special. Because of this, demand never fades. Even when markets rise and fall, collectors always want this coin, and that constant demand supports its strong prices year after year. For younger collectors and beginners, this coin serves as a lesson in patience and education. It shows that knowledge matters. Knowing where to look, what to look for, and how to protect a find can make a huge difference. Many experienced collectors say their love for coins began with learning about legendary pieces like this. Today, online auctions, coin shows, and private sales all feature Mercury dimes, but the real gems rarely appear, and when they do, competition is intense. Bidders from all over the world participate, driving final prices higher than estimates. The silver content of the coin also adds another layer of value. Made of 90% silver, the 1916 dime connects collectors not only to history, but also to precious metals. During times of inflation or economic uncertainty, silver coins often become even more attractive. For many people, coin collecting is not just about money, it is about storytelling. Each coin carries the fingerprints of the past. The 1916 one dime may have passed through the hands of factory workers, soldiers, shopkeepers, and families living through major historical events. Holding such a coin creates a direct connection to that era, and that emotional value is something no paper investment can replace. The good news for collectors today is that interest in rare coins continues to grow. Social media, YouTube channels, and online communities have introduced millions of new people to numismatics, and iconic coins like the 1916 Mercury dime often serve as the gateway into the hobby. Education has never been more accessible. Collectors can now learn how to spot counterfeits, understand grading, and follow market trends from anywhere in the world. This helps protect buyers and keeps the market strong. If you are serious about collecting, it is always wise to buy the best example you can afford. Quality coins tend to hold value better and are easier to sell in the future, even if you cannot afford a Denver Mint example owning a nice. Afford a Denver Mint example owning a nice Philadelphia or San Francisco 1916 dime is still a proud addition to any collection. The legacy of the 1916 one dime continues to grow with every passing year. Fewer examples remain untouched and demand keeps rising, making this coin a true legend in American numismatic history. Welcome to the channel. Today we are traveling back more than 100 years into American history to uncover one of the most fascinating and misunderstood coins ever produced by the United States Mint, the 1906 half-dollar, a coin that quietly passed through the hands of bankers, merchants, and everyday Americans. Yet today it can be worth life-changing money if you know what to look for. This episode is especially important for coin collectors, investors, and anyone who loves hidden treasure, because the 1906 half-dollar is not just old silver, it is a historical artifact from a powerful era of American growth and industrial change, and some rare examples are now among the most wanted coins in American history. The year 1906 sits in the heart of the Barber coinage era, named after Charles E. Barber, the Chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time, his design appeared on dimes, quarters, and half dollars. And while many barber coins were heavily used and worn down, a small number survived in extraordinary condition, and these are the coins that collectors are fighting to own today. The 1906 half dollar was struck in 3 major US mints: Philadelphia, San Francisco, and New Orleans. Each mint produced coins with subtle differences, and these differences are the key to big money value today. Let us start with the Philadelphia mint coins. These carry no mint mark and had the highest production numbers. Most of these coins entered circulation immediately and were used heavily in daily commerce, which means finding a high-grade example today is extremely difficult. A normal circulated 1906 half dollar may be worth only its silver content or slightly more, but an uncirculated example can explode in value, reaching thousands of dollars depending on condition. Now we move to the San Francisco Mint, identified by the S mint mark below the eagle on the reverse. These coins had lower production and were often transported across long distances, which caused heavy wear. Many were lost, melted, or damaged over time. High grade 1906 S half dollars are rare and desirable, and when found with strong detail, full rims, and sharp lettering, collectors are willing to pay premium prices that continue to rise every year. The New Orleans Mint produced the 1906 O half dollar, and this is where things get very interesting. New Orleans coins are famous for weak strikes and poor storage conditions, which means truly high-quality examples are exceptionally rare. A well-struck 1906 O half dollar with original luster is considered a prize coin, and auction results have shown values climbing into the tens of thousands of dollars for top-graded pieces. One of the biggest factors that separates an average coin from a legendary one is condition. Coin grading is everything in the world of rare coins. A 1906 half dollar grade, MS65 or higher by professional grading services, can be worth more than a luxury car, while a proof example can be worth even more. Yes, proof coins. Proof 1906 half dollars were specially struck for collectors using polished dies and planches. These coins were never meant for circulation, and only a very small number were made. Proof examples feature mirror-like fields, sharp details, and stunning eye appeal. Today, an original proof 1906 half dollar in high grade can sell for massive prices and continues to be one of the most desired barber proofs in the market. Another major value booster is originality coins that have never been cleaned, polished, or altered are extremely valuable. Cleaning destroys value, and sadly, many rare coins were damaged by improper handling over the decades. If you find a 1906 half dollar with natural toning, smooth surfaces, and no harsh shine, that is a very good sign. Collectors also look for strong details in Liberty head. The word Liberty must be fully visible on the headband. The eagle on the reverse should show strong feathers, claws, and shield lines. Weak details lower the value dramatically, while sharp details increase it instantly. There is also exciting news for modern collectors. Demand for barber half dollars has been rising steadily over the past decade as silver prices increase and collectors move away from modern coins. Interest in classic US coinage continues to grow. Wealthy collectors are competing for the same limited supply, and this has pushed prices higher year after year. Another reason the 1906 half dollar is gaining attention is survival rate. Millions were minted, but only a tiny fraction survived in collectible condition. Every year, more coins disappear into private collections, never to be seen again. This scarcity is exactly what drives long-term value growth. Auction records tell an incredible story. Coins that sold for a few $1,000s 20 years ago are now selling for many times that amount. The trend is clear. High-quality barber half dollars are becoming blue-chip collectibles. If you think you might own a 1906 half dollar, do not rush to sell it. Take time to examine it carefully, check the mint mark, study the condition, and consider professional grading. This single step can be the difference between a modest value and a historic payday. For new collectors, the 1906 half dollar represents opportunity. It is old enough to be historically important, rare enough to be valuable, and still accessible compared to ultra-rare 18th century coins. It is a perfect bridge between history and investment. For advanced collectors, it is a challenge coin. Finding the right mint, the right strike, and the right grade is difficult but rewarding. This is why the 1906 half dollar continues to be one of the most hunted barber coins in the market. As we reach the end of this documentary, remember that great treasures are often hiding in plain sight. Old collections, inherited coins, and forgotten drawers can hold remarkable surprises. The 1906 USA half dollar is proof that history can still pay off today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most fascinating silver coins, make sure to support the channel and stay tuned, because more legendary coins are waiting to be uncovered and the next one could change everything. As we continue deeper into the story of the 1906 USA half dollar, we must understand the America in which this coin was born. The early 20th century was a time of massive transformation. Railroads stretched across the nation, factories roared day and night, and millions of immigrants arrived seeking opportunity. The half dollar was a powerful coin back then. It represented serious money, wages, groceries, and business transactions. This was not pocket change. This coin mattered. In 1906, the United States was still on the gold and silver standard. Silver coins like the half dollar carried real intrinsic value. People trusted them because they were made of precious metal. That trust is one of the reasons these coins circulated so heavily, and also why surviving high-grade examples are so rare today. The Barber half dollar design itself tells a story. Liberty wears a laurel wreath, symbolizing honor, strength, and victory, while the eagle on the reverse stands proud, holding arrows and an olive branch, showing America's readiness for both peace and defense. Every detail was engraved by hand into steel dies long before modern machines took over coin production. This craftsmanship is something modern collectors deeply appreciate. Many 1906 half dollars were used in saloons, general stores, banks, and train stations. They traveled thousands of miles, passing from hand to hand, picking up scratches, nicks, and wear. Each mark is history, and each worn coin tells a different story. Yet collectors today search for the few that escape this harsh life. One of the most fascinating aspects of collecting the 1906 half dollar is die variety. Some coins show minor differences in lettering, spacing, and strike quality caused by worn dies or adjustments at the mint. While major errors are rare, even subtle variations can add interest and value, especially when combined with high-grade preservation. Another layer of value comes from toning. Natural toning develops over decades as silver reacts with air and storage materials. Coins stored in old paper rolls or envelopes often develop beautiful rainbow or deep golden colors. Collectors pay strong premiums for attractive original toning because it proves the coin has not been cleaned or altered. The market for classic US half dollars has evolved dramatically. In the past, collectors focused mainly on date completion. Today, condition, rarity, eye appeal, and originality matter far more. A common date like 1906 can outperform scarcer dates if it survives in exceptional condition. This shift has made hidden gems incredibly valuable. Professional grading services have changed the game. A 1906 half dollar certified and encapsulated provides confidence to buyers around the world. Coins graded MS66 or higher are now considered elite and often appear only once every several years at major auctions. When they do, bidding wars erupt. Some record-breaking sales have shocked the collecting community. A single proof or top population, mint state 1906, half dollar can sell for the price of a house. These coins often end up in long-term collections, museums, or investment portfolios and may not return to the market for decades. Collectors often ask why Barber half dollars are gaining momentum. The answer is simple. Supply is fixed, demand is growing, and knowledge is spreading. As more people learn about classic coins, interest increases, but the number of surviving high-quality coins never changes. Another important factor is generational wealth transfer. Many old collections are idea what they owned. When rare coins are authenticated and sold publicly, prices reset higher, creating new benchmarks for value. The 1906 half dollar also benefits from being part of a complete Barber set. Collectors attempting full date and mint mark sets must acquire one example from each year and mint. This constant demand supports prices and creates competition even during slower markets. Let us talk about mistakes collectors should avoid. Cleaning is the biggest value killer. Even light polishing can destroy decades of natural surface and reduce value by thousands of dollars. Another mistake is improper storage. Heat, moisture, and PVC plastics can permanently damage silver coins. Proper storage is essential for preserving long-term value. It's tied to history, rarity, and collector passion, not hype. As the years pass, fewer untouched examples remain. Each time a top quality coin is locked away, the remaining supply becomes even more precious. This silent shrinking of availability is why long-term trends favor classic silver coins. The story of the 1906 USA half dollar is far from over. In fact, we are likely still in the early chapters of renewed appreciation. As younger collectors enter the market and global interest grows, American classic coins continue to gain international recognition. This coin connects generations, it links the industrial age to the digital era, it is metal history, memory, and value combined into one small, powerful object. Home of rare coins, hidden treasures, and unbelievable coin values. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating pieces in American coin history. The 1908 half dollar, a coin that carries history, silver, and serious money potential. If you're a coin collector or someone who found an old half dollar in a drawer, this video might change everything for you. The year 1908 was a powerful time in American history. The country was growing, industries were booming, and silver coins were part of everyday life. The 1908 half dollar belongs to the famous Barber series designed by Charles E. Barber. This design represents classic American artistry, with Lady Liberty wearing a cap and laurel wreath on the obverse, and a bold American eagle on the reverse holding arrows and an olive branch. What makes the 1908 half dollar so special is not just its age, but its rarity, condition, and mint mark combinations. This coin was struck in 3 different mints: Philadelphia, New Orleans, and San Francisco. Each mint produced different quantities, and today collectors pay big money for certain versions, especially in high grades. The 1908 O half dollar from New Orleans is highly demanded because lower mintages and survival rates make it harder to find in excellent condition. Many of these coins circulated heavily, meaning sharp detailed examples are rare, and when a high-grade example appears in auction, it can sell for thousands of dollars. The 1908 S half dollar from San Francisco is another key date coin collectors search for. San Francisco mint coins often had lower production numbers and strong strike details, making mint state examples extremely valuable. A well-preserved 1908 S in mint condition can cross into 5-figure territory depending on grading and eye appeal. Now let us talk about condition, because condition is everything in coin collecting. A heavily worn 1908 half dollar may still hold silver value, but a coin with strong details, visible feathers on the Eagle Clear Liberty. Headband and minimal scratches can multiply in value dramatically. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC in MS63, MS64, or higher are considered investment level pieces. Silver content is another reason this coin holds strong value. The 1908 half dollar is made of 90% silver, which means even in lower condition it carries intrinsic metal value. But collectors are not just buying silver, they are buying history, scarcity, and beauty. Auction records have shown stunning prices for top condition examples. Some have sold for over $10,000. And in rare high mint state grades, prices have gone even higher, especially for the 1908 S, and certain proof examples from Philadelphia proof coins were specially struck with mirror-like surfaces and sharp details, and these are extremely limited, making them extremely desirable. If you are searching for a 1908 half dollar, there are key things you must check. First, look for the mint mark on the reverse below the eagle. If there is no mint mark, it was made in Philadelphia. If you see an O, it was minted in New Orleans. If you see an S, it came from San Francisco. Second, examine the overall condition. Check the rims, lettering, feathers, and Liberty details. Third, consider professional grading, because authentication increases trust and resale value. There is good news for coin collectors. Interest in classic American silver coins continues to rise globally. Investors and collectors around the world appreciate tangible historical assets, and Barber half dollars, especially early 20th century dates like 1908, are gaining attention every year. Imagine finding a 1908 S half dollar in an old family collection and discovering it could be worth thousands of dollars. Stories like this happen more often than people think. Hidden treasures are still out there waiting to be discovered in estate sales, coin jars, and inherited collections. The market for rare American coins is strong. Auction houses, online marketplaces, and coin shows constantly feature Barber half dollars, and serious collectors compete aggressively for top-grade examples. Scarcity drives demand, and demand drives price. If you want to start collecting the 1908 half dollar, educate yourself, study grading standards, compare auction results, and always buy from reputable dealers. Knowledge is your greatest asset in coin collecting. This coin is more than silver. It is a piece of American heritage. It passed through hands over a century ago during a time of railroads, industrial expansion, and historic change. Holding one connects you directly to that era. As we continue exploring rare American coins, remember that patience, research, and passion are the keys to success. The 1908 half dollar remains one of the most wanted classic half dollars in American history, and its value continues to surprise collectors worldwide. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1908 half dollar, make sure to subscribe to Discoveries, Hidden Value Stories, and Expert Insights. Your next Bitcoin treasure might already be in your pocket. Stay tuned, because in our next episode, we reveal another powerful American coin that could be worth life-changing money. Now let us go even deeper into why the 1908 half dollar continues to attract serious collectors and investors around the world. Understanding rarity is the foundation of coin value, and survival rate plays a major role. While millions of half dollars were originally minted, only a small percentage survived in high-grade condition. Most were used daily in commerce, passed from hand to hand and worn down over decades. When collectors talk about low population coins, they are referring to grading service reports from PCGS and NGC. These reports show how many coins exist in each grade. Sometimes you will see that only a few dozen examples exist in mint state grades for certain mint marks. This extreme scarcity creates competition, and competition pushes prices higher. The 1908 half dollar, especially in higher grades, can be surprisingly scarce. Many were weakly struck and often show softness in the eagle feathers or liberty details. So when a sharply struck example appears, collectors pay premium money for strong eye appeal. Eye appeal means how attractive the coin looks overall, including luster color and surface preservation. Toning is another important factor. Natural toning over more than 100 years can create beautiful rainbow colors on silver coins. Some collectors specifically search for attractively toned Barber half dollars because they stand out in collections and often bring higher auction results compared to dull gray examples. Let us also discuss proof coins from 1908. Philadelphia produced a limited number of proof Barber half dollars. These coins were specially struck for collectors at the time, with mirror-like fields and sharp frosted details. Proof mintage numbers were very low compared to circulation strikes, and surviving examples in high grade are extremely rare. These coins can command five-figure prices depending on condition and demand. Counterfeits are something collectors must be aware of because valuable coins attract. Fakes always check weight, which should be approximately 12.5 grams, check diameter, which should be around 30.6 millimeters, and examine details carefully. Professional grading and authentication is strongly recommended, especially for higher value coins. Market trends show steady growth in demand for classic pre-1916 silver coins. Assets during uncertain economic times, the combination of silver content, historical significance, and collector demand makes coins like the 1908 half dollar attractive long-term holdings. If you are building a collection, you may consider assembling a complete Barber half dollar set, which includes coins from 1892 to 1915, completing the set with all mint marks. Including the 1908 issues can be a rewarding challenge and increases overall collection prestige. Let us imagine a scenario: you visit a local estate sale and discover a small box of old coins. Inside, you notice a worn but readable 1908 S half dollar. You purchase the box at a modest price. Later, you submit the coin for grading and it returns in a higher grade than expected. Suddenly, what seemed like an ordinary purchase becomes a major profit. This is the excitement of coin collecting and why so many people are passionate about searching for hidden treasures. Another important topic is long-term storage. Always protect valuable silver coins in proper holders. Avoid cleaning coins because cleaning drastically reduces value. Even light cleaning can create hairline scratches visible under magnification. Original untouched surfaces are always preferred by collectors and grading services. The story behind the Barber design also adds to its appeal. Charles E. Barber served as chief engraver of the United States Mint, and his design was chosen during a period when the nation sought a unified coinage appearance. The classic Liberty portrait and heraldic eagles symbolize strength, stability, and American identity. Owning a 1908 half dollar is owning a small piece of that national story. High-end auction houses have recorded strong sales for premium examples of 1908 half dollars, especially coins graded MS65 and above. In some cases, bidding wars erupt between advanced collectors, pushing final prices far beyond initial estimates. This demonstrates how emotional and competitive the rare coin market can be. For beginners entering the market, start by learning grading basics. Understand that fine about uncirculated and mint states, small details can mean thousands of dollars in difference. Always compare recent recent auction results before buying or selling. The good news for collectors today is that information is more accessible than ever. Online auction archives, price guides, and population reports help you make smarter decisions. Knowledge reduces risk and increases confidence. Home of rare history, hidden treasure, and the most wanted coins in American history. Today we are diving deep into one of the most exciting classic silver coins ever struck, the legendary 1898 USA half dollar. If you are a serious coin collector, a silver investor, or someone who loves treasure stories, this is the episode you cannot afford to miss. The 1898 half dollar is part of the famous Barber half dollar series designed by Charles E. Barber. This design was introduced in 1892 and continued until 1915. It represents a powerful era in American history, a time of industrial growth, economic expansion, and rising national pride. The obverse features Liberty wearing a Phrygian cap with a laurel wreath symbolizing freedom, strength, and honor. Around her head, you see the words Liberty and the date 1898 boldly struck below. The reverse displays a proud American eagle, with wings spread wide, holding arrows, and an olive branch representing readiness for war and desire for peace. The 1898 half dollar was struck in 4 different mints. Philadelphia, New Orleans, San Francisco, and Denver was not producing half dollars in this year. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, New Orleans coins show the O mint mark, San Francisco coins show the S mint mark. Now let us talk about mintage numbers, because numbers tell the real story. 1898, Philadelphia half dollar. This issue had a mintage of over 2 million coins. At first glance that may sound common, but high-grade examples are surprisingly difficult to find. Most coins circulated heavily during the late 1890s. In average circulated condition, this coin can sell from $40 to $150 depending on detail. In extremely fine condition, prices can jump to $300 to $600. In mint state condition, especially MS65 and higher, the value can explode to $2,000, $4,000, or even more depending on eye appeal and luster. Proof versions were also struck in Philadelphia with a very limited mintage. Proof 1898 half dollars in deep cameo condition have sold for $5,000 to over $5,000 at major auctions. 98 or New Orleans half dollar. This is where collectors get very excited. The New Orleans mint coins are known for weaker strikes and lower survival in high grades. The mintage was strong, but high grade coins are rare. In circulated condition, values range from $50 to $200. In about uncirculated condition, you may see prices from $700 to $1,500. In mint state grades, MS64 and above auction prices have crossed $5,000 to $15,000, especially for well-struck pieces. This makes the 1898 a key target for serious barber collectors. 1898, S San Francisco half dollar. San Francisco coins are always popular due to lower mintages and strong strikes. The 1898 S had a lower production compared to Philadelphia. Circulated coins usually sell between $60 and $250. High-grade examples in MS65 condition can reach $6,000 to $12,000. Top population coins with exceptional luster and sharp detail have brought even higher results in elite auctions. Now here is the good news for coin collectors. Many 1898 half dollars are still hiding in old collections, inherited coin albums, estate boxes, and even old bank-wrapped rolls. Because silver coins circulated for decades, some people overlook them, thinking they are just old silver. But the difference between a common worn piece and a rare high-grade coin can mean thousands of dollars. The coin is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. Even if the coin is heavily worn, it still holds solid intrinsic silver value. But collector value is where the real treasure lies. Condition is everything. Look closely at Liberty hair details above the ear. Check the wreath leaves and the word Liberty on the headband. On the reverse, inspect the eagle feathers shield lines and mint mark clarity. Strong details equal higher value. Original luster with no cleaning can multiply the price dramatically. Grading companies such as PCGS and NGC have certified top examples that now sit in private collections and investment portfolios. Registry set collectors compete aggressively for the finest known examples. When two wealthy collectors want the same high-grade 1898 half dollar, the auction price can skyrocket. There have been auction stories where a seemingly ordinary inherited coin turned out to be a near gem, mint state 1898 S selling for over $1,000. Another proof 1898 with deep mirror surfaces crossed 5 figures because of its rarity and eye appeal. Why is this coin so wanted? First, it represents the classic Barber design era. Second, it is over 125 years old. Third, high-grade survivors are limited. And finally, demand continues to grow as more collectors enter the classic silver market. If you own an 1898 half dollar, never clean it. Cleaning destroys original surfaces and can reduce value by half or more. Store it safely in a protective holder. Consider professional grading if the coin shows strong detail and mint luster. For investors, classic US silver coins like the 1898 half dollar offer both historical significance and tangible value. Unlike modern collectibles, these coins survived economic crashes, wars, and generational change. They are portable wealth pieces of art and history combined. Imagine holding a coin that circulated during the Spanish-American War era, a coin that may have passed through the hands of merchant soldiers, bankers, and everyday Americans building a nation. That is the power of numismatics. The 1898 half dollar may not be the rarest coin in American history, but in high-grade condition, it becomes one of the most desirable Barber halves ever collected. For collectors building a complete Barber set, the 1898 issues, especially ONS mint marks, are essential. Always research recent auction results. Compare graded populations. Focus on eye appeal, strike quality, and originality. Those factors separate a $300 coin from a $1,000 masterpiece. As the rare coin market continues to gain global attention from both US and international collectors, prices for premium classic silver coins remain strong. Demand from registry collectors and long-term investors keeps upward pressure on top quality pieces. So check your collections, check your family coin boxes, check estate sales and coin shops. You might discover that hidden 1898 half dollar worth far more than you ever imagined. If you love rare American coins, silver history, and treasure hunting stories, stay connected with Coins Vault America. Because the next coin we reveal could be hiding in your pocket, your safe, or your family legacy. The 1898 USA half dollar is not just a coin. It is a piece of American heritage, and in the right condition, it is worth big money. Welcome back to Coins Vault America, the home of rare treasure stories hidden in your pocket, and today we are diving into one of the most exciting and historic silver coins ever produced in the United States. The legendary 1901 old half dollar, a coin that carries history, mystery, and serious value for collectors around the world. If you love rare American coins and dream about finding a piece worth big money, then stay with me because this episode could change the way you look at every old silver coin forever. The 1901 half dollar belongs to the famous Barber half dollar series designed by Charles E. Barber, chief engraver of the United States Mint. This series was minted from 1892 to 1915 and is one of the most collected classic American silver coin designs in history. The obverse features Lady Liberty wearing a Phrygian cap with a laurel wreath and the word Liberty boldly placed on the headband. Around the rim, you will see 13 stars representing the original colonies and the date 1901 at the bottom. The reverse shows a powerful heraldic eagle with spread wings holding arrows and an olive branch symbolizing strength and peace. Above the eagle you see, In God We Trust, and surrounding the design, United States of America and half dollar. The 1901 half dollar was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, New Orleans, and San Francisco. Each mint produced different quantities, and that makes a huge difference in value today. The 1901 Philadelphia half dollar had a mintage of over 8 million coins, which makes it more common in lower circulated grades. But here's the good news: in high mint state condition, especially MS65 and above, this coin becomes extremely valuable because most examples were heavily circulated. The 1901 O half dollar from New Orleans is scarcer in high grades, and collectors love New Orleans mint coins because of their lower survival rates in mint condition. The 1901 Barber half dollar is one of the most famous key date coins in American numismatic history. Only around 87,000 pieces were minted and very few survived in high-grade condition. This coin is considered the rarest business strike Barber half dollar in mint state, and it is one of the most wanted coins in the entire Barber series. Finding a 1901 in good condition is already a big deal, but finding one in uncirculated, mint state condition is like winning the lottery for coin collectors. In lower circulated grades like good or very good, the 1901 can still sell for thousands of dollars. In extremely fine or about uncirculated grades, the value can jump dramatically, and in mint state grades such as MS63, MS64, or MS65, this coin can reach tens of thousands and even over $100,000 depending on eye appeal and strike quality. Auction records have shown that top grade examples of the 1901 1901S half dollar have sold for massive prices, making headlines in the coin collecting world. Now imagine this. You open an old family collection or discover a forgotten silver half dollar in a box, and it turns out to be a 1901S in strong condition. That single coin could be worth more than many people earn in months or even years. That is why this coin is known as one of the most wanted half dollars in American history. Let us talk about silver content because that matters too. The 1901 Barber half dollar is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper with a weight of 12.5 grams. Even in damaged condition, the coin has intrinsic silver value, but the real money comes from rarity, condition, and demand. Collectors always look for clear date, strong details in Liberty hair sharp, eagle feathers, and minimal scratches. Coins with original luster and no cleaning are especially valuable. Cleaning can destroy collector value, so never polish or clean an old silver coin. Another important factor is mint mark location. On the 1901 half dollar, the mint mark, if present, is located on the reverse below the eagle above the letters D and O in dollar. If there is no mint mark, then it was struck in Philadelphia. When searching for a 1901 half dollar, always check carefully under good lighting, use a magnifying glass to confirm the mint mark and inspect for wear. The market demand for key date Barber coins remains strong because serious collectors building complete sets must own the 1901S. Without it, their collection is incomplete, and that constant demand keeps prices high. The 1901S is often compared to other legendary key date coins such as the 1916 D Mercury dime or the 1909 SVDB Lincoln cent because of its rarity and high grades. If you are building a Barber half dollar collection, the 1901S is the ultimate challenge and achievement. Now here is the good news for collectors and treasure hunters. Even if you do not own the 1901S, the 1901 Philadelphia and 1901 O versions can still be worth strong money in higher grades, especially if they are well preserved. Many collectors overlook circulated examples, but even those can sell for respectable prices, especially when silver prices rise. Coin grading plays a massive role in determining final value, professional grading. Services like PCGS and NGC authenticate and assign condition grades, which help maximize resale value. Certified coins usually bring higher prices at auction because buyers trust the grade. If you believe you have a 1901 half dollar in exceptional condition, consider professional grading before selling. Storage is also critical. Keep your coins in protective holders away from moisture and avoid handling them with bare hands. Oils from skin can damage surfaces over time. The 1901 half dollar represents an era of American history during the early 20th century, a time of industrial growth, expansion, and transformation. Owning one is like holding a piece of that history in your hand. Collectors from the United States, Europe, and Asia compete for premium examples, which drives auction prices even higher. This is why the 1901S Barber half dollar is not just a coin, it is a trophy piece. Before we close, remember, always research, carefully buy from reputable dealers, and never rush into expensive purchases without proper authentication. Check your old silver coins, check family collections, and pay attention to mint marks because hidden treasures still exist. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the most valuable 1901 USA old half dollar and want more rare coin stories from American history, make sure to subscribe to Coins Vault America, where we uncover the most wanted and valuable coins ever minted. In this extended part of our documentary, we're going deeper into history, rarity grading, investment strategy, and real auction power behind this incredible silver coin. To truly understand why the 1901 half dollar, especially the 1901S, is so valuable, we need to look at survival rates, not just mintage numbers. Mintage tells us how many coins were produced, but survival rate tells us how many still exist today in collectible condition. The 1901S had a relatively low mintage compared to other Barber half dollars. But what makes it extraordinary is that most of those coins entered heavy circulation in the western United States during a booming economic period. Coins were used daily in saloons, banks, railroads, and trade markets, and very few were saved in pristine condition. At that time, collectors did not widely save half dollars in mint condition like they do today. So high-grade examples are extremely rare. In fact, many experts estimate that only a tiny percentage of the original 1901S mintage survives in mint state grades. That extreme rarity and high condition is what creates record-breaking auction prices. Now let us talk about grading in more detail because this is where serious money is made. In lower grades such as good or very good, the coin will show heavy wear, Liberty face will be mostly flat, the wreath details faded and the eagle feathers worn smooth. These coins are still rare in the 1901S version and can command impressive prices. In fine and very fine grades, more detail appears in the hairlines and eagle wings. These mid-grade examples are highly desirable for collectors building complete sets on a budget. When we reach extremely fine and about uncirculated grades, the coin begins to show sharp features and limited wear. High-end AU examples of the 1901S are extremely valuable and can sell for large 5-figure prices depending on eye appeal.